Standing behind me is an interesting story that starts here at St Paul's Church in Woodhouse, Eaves. But what we need to discover is what lies literally behind this and is part of the church's history. But I need to tell you more of that when we head away. But stay with me because I'm going to walk and talk you through it, and I know you're going to love this one. This is an amazing piece of, it covers everything: history, geology, the whole works. And I'm so excited to take you with me. So see you on the other side. Come on. Right, so we need to walk down from the church to this amazing cavern slash cave, but I'm not going to say too much until we get there. But we're in gorgeous Leicestershire technically, and yeah, I think you're going to really appreciate this because it's just such an incredible added piece of history. Come on. Hello and welcome to what is affectionately known as Stone Hole, although this is actually called Stone Hole Quarry, but for the locals they call it Stone Hole, which is actually a cavern slash cave. It's a bit of both really, and it's solid granite. Can you believe that? But above us, what you heard when we were walking down, an amazing sound, was the bells of St Paul's Church, which is where we started our story. And the church itself was built in 1837, but what makes it so incredible, apart from the fact there's a cave underneath, is the obvious fact that, I say obvious fact, what you're looking at obviously is part of the quarry site itself with the natural granite, but it was that granite that was helped to use to build the church that stands above it. I mean, does it get any better than this? Does it really? Does it really, honestly? Can you honestly say history like this is just incredible? Now, another thing we need to be made aware of is that rock climbers now use this place. And, wow. I was debating whether to bring a torch, but I think we might be alright. But look at this. It covers everything, doesn't it? It covers, like we said before, it covers geology because of this being natural granite. It covers history because we know this granite was used for the quarry that was used literally above us. So we literally walked about less than 5 minutes down the hill and we're witnessing this. It's got to be one of the best pieces of history I think I've done on the channel, to be honest, because it just has everything I look for. Absolutely everything. Let's I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get my torch out of my phone because it might be just enough when we go into the deeper sections. Yeah, we'll be alright. Look at this. Yeah. Wasn't sure whether to bring a bigger torch, but I think we've done alright on this. You can see it in perfect situ. Look at the colouring, this sand-like colour of the granite. You can see the way that it's been chipped and carved away. Obviously these extra bits all scattered down here and looking out. It's just so amazing, this. So we're just going to head in. This is as far as it goes. So we're not that far like I said, it constitutes more as a cavern than a cave, although it looks like a cave, but I would sort of classify it more as a cavern. It's definitely not a cast, because it's not, although the granite's natural, although granite is natural, it has been used for quarrying for the church. So this hole really was built so that they could take it up to the church on top of the hill. And as we know with ooh, didn't realise how dark it was in here. As we know with, God, isn't that amazing? That bit of light. As we know with churches, they need to be on a prominent piece of. Normally, they need to be on a high point, because obviously to hear the church bells obviously brings significance to the place. And even in 1837, when this place was being used, yeah, it's just special, isn't it? It really is. Just look at this. I just don't think, I really just, there are caves and there are granite, and the whole area where we're in, there's lots of parks around here, and you can see these sort of granite formations sticking out. They almost look actually like sort of, I hate to use the analogy, but they look like a Lord of the Rings type of thing. But they just do. And but this, for what it's worth, amazing. There's moisture coming down on the deepest section here. Oh, it's just magical. Sorry, I'm using the magical word because it just is. If this was the only place I came to, if this was the only place that I ever came to, I'd be happy. That's how much I rate this place. There's a beautiful energy about it, and although obviously you probably heard in the background there was a lot of activity going on, like I think there's some tree felling and hedge cutting all around here. Doesn't detract from this at all, just adds to it. I mean, seriously. So, what I was really attracted to with this place was there's a picture which I'm about to show you, which obviously on this picture you can see the church and you can see it standing prouder in the landscape than it does now. A lot of things have overgrown, but it's such a beautiful picture, sort of postcard actually, and we can just about sort of get a good understanding of what it must have been like when that church was, finally built, and for the locals to sort of just know that underneath there's this incredible just this cave cavern, and they like for them to give it this affectionate name. It's just it's just brilliant. It really is. You can see, I'm assuming that's people that have tried to sort of draw on stuff or try to sort of do some artwork there. I'm so glad that there's nothing here that there's no graffiti or anything, but like we said, there's a lot of people who have used this for rock climbing. It's probably what it's more affectionately known for now, for rock climbers to enjoy and to challenge themselves on these sheer bits of granite that are here, jagged and quite sharp at times, but just beautiful in their own right. And obviously we've seen with sandstone as well, you get this lime sort of like residue, obviously from the acidic rain, the acidic water, that gives it this sort of multitude of different colours. It's I think this is the best things I've ever explored on the channel. And it's so easy to explore, and yet it's got such an incredible piece of history that no matter how small. Oh wow, I'm in love with this place. I mean, the area is gorgeous. Yeah, the actual area is lovely because, like I said, there's lots of this granite outcrops that are around here, and so there's lots of places for people to walk. And yes, it's lovely. But look at that. When it's quiet, there's those brief moments where you just can be at one. It's lovely. So one final thing I want to talk about is we spoke about the colours, but look at the striations and the differences in the layers that are here. You just see them coming through, and then the way nature and like everything is just combined with this. It's so fascinating just to look at. Really, really is. Let's try and take one more look whilst we're in here, because again, like, you know, I always make the point of, even though I'd love to visit this place again, I really hope that in the future I can do that and I won't be alone next time, but to document it for the channel is such a privilege. It really is something that I'm glad I can tick off my bucket list of places that I've always wanted to go to. And even though the history might be small, it's the size of this place and the legacy that it will leave in this small village community. And there's the church bells again reminding us of what lies on top. Wow, I'm in love. I really am in love with this place. Well, as I sadly, and I mean sadly, depart this amazing piece of history, I hope that I will come back here at some point and that I can, you know, maybe have someone special in my romantic life that I dream about, that I won't be alone at some point in the future, and that we can visit here and have some memories. And that's really what I always encourage you lot out there, you know, bring your girlfriend, boyfriend, family. Even though this is such a small piece of history, the dramaticness of it, the history, it just has everything. And yeah, I'm a dreamer. I know that hopefully in my life I won't ever be alone, and that maybe that special person, whoever that is or yet to be, is recording this, we can come here and it could be a follow-up video. Anyway, in the immortal words of Phoenix history, because history matters, doesn't it just, on a place like this? Thank you so much for coming along with me, and yeah, I'll see you all very soon. Remember to spread the word of the channel. Much love to all of you out there, and yeah, keep smiling, keep staying positive, and I hope this video brought you a little bit of relief in your own life. I know it's exactly what I needed. Take care. Ready? Kapow.